Hello, everybody. It's Gloria from Gigi the Crochet Queen. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for watching my videos, for watching my replays. Thank you, Dr. Katrina, for your continued membership. Hello, Shatika. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. And I hope that everybody is having a good Saturday. I am doing a lot of stuff. I'm cooking my Sunday meal. And I'm going to crochet, work on a washcloth. It's a simple one. Just going to be doing single crochet. I think I'm going to alternate single, half, double, because single crochet is going to drive me crazy. They're too small and it takes forever to finish them. So I think I'm going to alternate single, half, double. I want it to be as tight as possible, because when you wet them, they just all separate. Maybe I'll stick with the single. Hello to the lurker. Thank you for joining me. I hope you a thumbs up. I have been watching. I was so disappointed last night because I watched 2020 and and Dateline. I record both of those. And I usually watch 2020 first. So I watched 2020, excuse me, about this lady that was quote unquote being stalked. And I knew it was the husband. Crazy husband, always a crazy husband. And so after I watched that, I said, well, let me go ahead and watch the recording of Dateline. Sure enough, it's the same story. But of course they do, theirs was more focused on, they had more interviews with the family. And 2020 did more of the had more of the investigative part of it. But it was the same story, same outcome. But I was like, these are the new shows, and both of them do the same exact story. That drives me crazy. I hope they don't do that next week. I like my shows to be different. I'm the crime buff. Hello to the lurkers. I hope you do a thumbs up. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for lurking. I am working on a simple washcloth. I have a lot of cotton yarn. I was like, well, might as well use it for something that I'll use on a regular. And I started watching this story about the mafia. Oh my goodness, it's on Netflix. The mafia does not play. Woo. And it's the Sicilian mafia. Harenga, something like that. But they're in hey Jan, yeah, I did it. Thank you for the thumbs up. They have they're in Canada, I think they're in Toronto. But my goodness, they are vicious. Do not mess with them. So that is what I've been doing. And when I get off of here, I'll be going back to finishing up my Sunday dinner. And none of my, I was real disappointed that it's Reasonable Doubt. That's the one that's on Hulu. And no, I did not cancel my subscription. I won't be canceling it because it's attached to my cell phone carrier. And they would love for me to get off of this plan. But I'm not. You finally got on. I see. What color is your washcloth? Can you show it? It's a brown. What color is this? Antique gold. That's what color it is. Antique gold. It really doesn't show well. But it's just quick and simple. I won't say quick. I'll say simple. But it's just single crochets until I get tired of doing them. Then I might do half double crochets because half double crochets are much faster than, for me at least, than single crochets, which is weird. I don't know. Single crochets seem to take forever. Well, they do take forever because it takes a long time to get a big, and this thing has to be, how long is this? Can be a square or a rectangle. It's 9 inches, so if I do 9 by 9, it'll take forever, ever in single crochets to get it to 9 inches. But we shall see. I think I'm going to alternate though. I really don't want to just do this in single crochets, because then I've been playing around with makeup. Who knows how long that will last. I'm not the makeup girl. Lipstick, yes. But all that other stuff, not so much. I had to clean all of my brushes because I had not used any of that stuff. So I gave my brushes a good cleaning. Hey, Brianna, how are you today? Happy Saturday to you as well. Thank you for joining me. I hope you did a thumbs up. What are you doing this evening? I had my sale last night on Whatnot of some of my jewelry making supplies that, as I was attempting to clean my craft room, I came across all of these beads and stuff that you use for jewelry making, and I haven't made any jewelry in a long time. So I sold some of it. I was happy. And then I started thinking about what did I want to eat. My friend, she makes ropa vieja. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish, but I love it. And I've never made it before. And so I started looking. Oh, I know what made me think of it. I was looking up things for tailgating, and I came across this, and I saved it, but because I don't know how to find stuff that I save on my phone, I couldn't find it. And I didn't know the recipe, so I looked up a whole bunch of different recipes to come up with one that I think would be good. It's just like every Southern person doesn't do collard greens the same way. So every Cuban or whatever, they don't do their ropa viejas the same way. But I found this one guy. So I bought seasonings that I probably never use except for this recipe, because it's not. I mean, I could probably use it for other stuff. But it's, I ended up buying seasonings for this. Hey, Melanie, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. And I hope you get a thumbs up. What are you working on? What's your weather like? So I bought, at first I had to buy the skirt steak. And when Nia went to the store, they didn't have any, so I had to go find the skirt steak. Got the skirt steak. And I did not have any tomato paste. I said, well, it's going to be tomato paste. Because every time I buy tomato paste, it always goes bad. I use a little bit of it and then it just sits forever. Then you look in the can and it's got fuzz growing on it. So I don't, I tend not to buy it because I know unless I'm going to be using all of it, it's probably going to go to waste. So it is in the crock pot. And hopefully in a couple more hours, it'll be ready to be shredded. I did not put the olives in there because I couldn't remember if Nia likes olives or not. I love olives, but the guy's recipe, he didn't put olives in it, but all the other ones, they used olives. I don't know why. Tomato paste is a scam. 1 teaspoon. They call for really good. Make it exactly. And it's got tomatoes in there. I put whole tomatoes. I crushed them up and put the whole tomatoes in there, which I would prefer anyway. And I figured they can make that liquid from that can make that paste. But he says you have to have the croissant. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, I bought it. Most of it is just salt. It's just salt. But I got it anyway because, you never know. It might make a difference. But I am so looking forward to tasting it and I bought me some jasmine rice. I have basmati, but I don't like basmati rice. It's long grain and I don't like, I now know I don't really like long grain rice. So I bought the jasmine rice. So I will have jasmine. And I got my collard greens. And so I'm going to have me a Cuban Southern meal tomorrow. And be quite happy. I did what I took up my entire whole day. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do some half double crochets because I've only done 3 rows with single crochets. It's tight, but it'll take me till next week to finish this thing. Probably take me next week anyway. Oh, I really like the jasmine rice. Much better than the basmati. Nia likes the basmati, but not me. And I don't even know. I probably bought it because maybe I wanted to try it. Maybe that's the only reason why I can think that I may have bought it. I don't know. I bought it. But after cooking it a couple of times, I was like, nope. So when it's finished, unless she buys it for herself, I will not be buying it again. And I didn't want to buy the regular rice because it has all of the supplements, the additives or whatever, like the niacin and the this and the that and the other. And I'm like, do we really need all that? I know they put it in there, people weren't getting all of the nutritions and stuff that they need. But I'm trying to quote unquote eat cleaner, so less processed food and more. Like, I don't want to. Unfortunately, I'm lactose intolerant, so I try to make the almond milk myself, but it is really hard on the digestive system. But that's the downside. I try to get things that have 1 or 2 ingredients, not 1,500 like most of the stuff. So it can be on the shelf for 100 years. But it doesn't always work. I still have my favorite things that's got 100 ingredients that I still like. But I do occasionally make the almond milk myself. It's a long process. Not really a long process. You just have to soak the almonds overnight and then put them in a blender with some water and blend it up, some vanilla, and I put sugar in it. I try to, even though everybody's anti-sugar, but I still like me some sugar. And that's why I am overweight. And life goes on. But I have to dilute it because it is really hard on the digestive. Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this in half double crochets and then do the last 3 rounds in single crochet because I think that's about an inch. Gotta measure it. Maybe I'll give it a cute border. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just do a single crochet border around it to make the edges nice and neat. Hey Rachel, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. What do you make? I'm just working on a simple washcloth. That's all. I just said, oh wow, I just make almond butter in a pinch. I've never made the milk. Oh, do you? Hey Diane, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. I hope you get a thumbs up. Yeah, the almond milk is just like I said, take a cup of the almonds, soak them overnight. They get really big. And then I think you use 2 cups of water, blend it up. Then you have to use the what do you call that? Something sheep. Anyway, that the filtering paper. It's not paper. Whatever it is, but you have to put it in there and squeeze it all out. Cheesecloth. Thank you. Yeah, squeeze it all out. And I actually, and I don't even know if I still have it in my cabinet, but I baked that almond after the first time I did the almond milk. I baked it to dry it out, and then I processed it to make it into almond flour just in case, because I thought I was going to try to make some cookies instead of using the flour. I was going to use the almond flour, but I never did. And I need to go look in that cabinet to see what that stuff is, because I'm sure that's been months ago, probably not edible at this time. Yes, the cheesecloth. Could not think of that. So I have that cheesecloth, and then I just wash it and let it dry out so I can use it again. But it's a lot of work. And you only get about is it even a half a gallon? No, a quart. It fills up one of those large balls, mason jars, or whatever they call them. One of the large ones. It makes enough for that. I think I'm trying to remember, did I have 1 or 2? I think it makes enough for at least 1. maybe 1.5, something like that. But I definitely have to dilute it in order to be able to drink it. Oh, that's probably why when I get the extra, because I put extra water in it. Maybe I should use 3 cups of water. Maybe that's what I do the next time I try it. Add more water to it. And you definitely know it is almond milk. It is not like the stuff that you buy at the store. Totally different taste because it doesn't have all those chemicals in it. I think the almond milk has about 20, 25. If you look at the ingredients, it's just a whole paragraph. Let me see. Yeah, it's working. It's working. I think I'll do maybe I'll alternate. Then I'll at least get some tighter stitches with the single crochets. So I've been making my this is my niecey, whatever it is, the Loch Ness monster. That's what. And a lot of them are green. I realized that. And I made my Medusa with her little snakes. This one I was really wanted to give up on it because I was so tired. Ooh, I didn't know my thing was on. I was so tired of making those little snake heads. Turn off this thing. Did not know. I usually have my phone on silent. I really only turn it on the weekends. Yes, I did Medusa. And the other ones, where are the other ones? I have no. Where did I put all the other ones? Oh, they must be down there in that third one. I'm not even going to dig for them. Go ahead on, girl, with your Medusa. Been wanting to make one of those. Listen, those snake heads, I think it took me, I made one. Now I was like, okay. Then it must have sat for like a week before I would make another one. And then when I wanted to finally clean, and it's still a mess, but I attempted to clean this area. And that's when I said, you definitely have to stop making so many projects at one time. So I said, Medusa, you must be finished. So that's how she got finished because I was tired of it. Last night, one lady, she bought a few of the items. I still have a whole bunch more. But that was just for the, what do you call it? The beads and the jewelry making stuff. That was last night. And the week before, Renee bought 2 of my little amigurumis. And then so I think my next show must be my dolls, and I don't even know. Let me go look so I'll be prepared. Yeah, Next one I'm going to have, let me see what is even in here. I got 21 items in here. What is in here? Yeah, so it'd be the amigurumis and the little, some of the dolls that I did. And maybe, okay, yeah. So that'll be the next one. It's going slow, but it's like, well, it's going better than being on Etsy, you know, that hit or miss. Yes, definitely every sale matters, yes. I think she bought 9 items. Yeah, at one. So she was the only one that was, she was like, oh, if you have any, she wanted bead cap, yeah, bead caps. So I did have some of those, and she got some of the beads. But I still have lots more. Hey, VJ, how are you today? Thank you for no wonder I've been missing you. I thought you came on at 5 Central. Oh, no. What would you charge to make a Jack skeleton and then Alice? Oh. I would have to definitely. I don't even think I have a Alice. I don't even know what Alice is. I don't know the Alice doll. I know Jack skeleton. I don't know the Alice. I don't. Melanie may be your go-to person. She does more dolls than I do. I do more of the smaller amigurumis. And for me to do a doll, it takes a while. I did a Sally doll. I gave that to my niece for her baby. And now the baby is a big girl now. Is today? Oh, her birthday's the 29th. And so, and I've never done, Lori did Jack. No. Lori did 0. She did 0. I don't think, I thought somebody did a Jack skeleton. I don't know. Oh, like she's the girl that likes him on The Nightmare Before. I've never watched The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's why all of that is real unfamiliar to me. I don't do horror, and I don't know if it's horror or not, but it sounds like horror. But I thought Sally was I just know there's a Sally, but I don't know Alice. I don't know that at all. That's why I don't do a whole lot of those different characters and stuff. I like to do just cute little dolls when I do a doll. But Melanie is let me see, that is Sally, Jack's girlfriend. Oh, okay. See, Melanie knows that stuff. I'm a fish out of water when it comes to that stuff. Even when they were, yeah, Halloween is not my thing. I don't do any of that stuff. I made I think one of my little tiny amigurumis because I was just putting horns on them, but that was the only one that I gave like a skeleton mouth. Oh, where are my earrings? I made a skeleton keychain over there. I forgot that was even over there till I just looked, because I just remembered that it was over there. But I don't lean. I'm working on a bat right now, just a keychain bat. I saw a cute tutorial on YouTube. I forgot who, somebody I follow. I don't know. It popped up. Oh, she's a girl. I'm tired, Sally. Okay. All right. Oh, Angela popped in. Hey, Angela, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yep, I love Nightmare. So, is it horror or is it what is it? If it's horror, you don't have to worry about me watching it. Oh, VJ says she doesn't think she's seen it either. Melanie, do you have a Sally or a Jack Skeleton in your repertoire? This I don't even know where that Sally pattern is that I used. It was such a struggle for me. I think it was more of a struggle because I wasn't familiar with it. So I kept looking at the pattern like, how does this thing go together? Why does it look like that? And just making it because Lori was the one that's like, oh, you don't have to worry about it. It's a skeleton. It's just it doesn't matter if it's right. This is right or that is right. I want to watch Wish. That's what I want to watch. Because I want to make that doll. I have the pattern, but I still want to at least look at her, look at the show. It's not hard. It's a cute Tim Burton movie. He wants to bring Christmas to his Halloween world. Oh, okay. Okay. But doesn't Tim Burton do horror? Didn't he do? I don't know. Yeah, but I've never ever seen it. I don't even know what was it like in the movies or what. I know nothing about it. I wouldn't have known it. I only really knew anything about it is because Imani, that's her jam. So that was her baby shower theme. That is her jam. So I tried to make the little Sally for her baby. But I want to make this bad. I've already started it because I think I've finished. I'm not going to make any more of the critter books. I have 2 Sally dolls, but I made them my way. Oh, okay. So now I'm gonna just have to finish. I started making I actually bought the rattle balls. It's supposed to be a little bee, but when I was looking at the pattern, I was like, okay, now this is a rattle. And I had to think about rattles. And I said, you don't necessarily give it to the baby, you just shake it yourself. It's been too long. I haven't been around babies in a long time. So I was like, this thing has too many parts to it for a baby. And I said, I'm just gonna give her a cute little smile and give her some pink little cheeky things. And she's not gonna get wings and antennas and all of that. We just gonna make it a cute little yellow thing and be done with it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I showed the dolls on my last YouTube sell. You can fast forward to them or buy them in my whatnot shop. Okay. Oh, okay. I just see. I am so behind. I just saw that she said she subscribed to you. Yes, Melanie is the dog. I do my little thing, but she's always making dolls. I'm always making something. I haven't found my niche, as they say. My niche. I just like to crochet. and whatever pops up in my head and I think about something or something cute. That's why I have too many projects going at one time, because I always see something that I want to do. But I only have a little bit of time. And I still have to do my continuing education classes. I open up in my next course on marijuana. I think it's on marijuana, but it has 98 questions. I was like, God, I have to get all these. I need 45 more credits before November so I can renew my case management certification. And I am so disappointed that this course that I chose, and I've already paid for it, it's $130 or whatever it was. But I can't believe how many questions they have. And I thought it's going to cover me. It better cover me for my ethics questions. That's the only reason why I paid for this doggone course, because I think we have to have eight credits. Yeah, I think it's eight ethics credits. Those are mandatory. And right now I only have 3, so I'm a little ticked off. I sent them an email. I don't think they ever responded to me. Gigi, I love your top you have on. Oh yeah, this was my attempt. If you saw that Shein, I think it's a Shein thing. This was my attempt to try to make it. And this is what I came up with. I couldn't do it exactly the way they did it. I said that thing must be an AI picture, but it's on Shein, so it can't be AI, because someone made it if it's on Shein, so it's not AI. But that was my attempt to make it. But I learned a lot trying to make, because first of all, I had to figure out how to make the granny squares, because I kept looking at the picture. I'm like, how did they do that granny square? And I kept looking and looking. Then I finally figured out how to do the granny square. Then I had to go find how to connect them, because they're meshed. Let's see. I had to go and I found a really simple, I won't say simple, a really quick video. A lady did the mesh thing, but because my brain doesn't compute when you switch things around, so I'd start making, and I was like, okay, how did I connect that again? And it was a big thing. I finally finished it. And then the reason why I have that there is because it keeps falling down. So I said, well, I have one of these that won't fall down. But it was my attempt. But thank you. Hey, Renee, how are you today? Thank you for joining me, and I hope you did a thumbs up. I retired my registry this year because I didn't want to do any more CE. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be there, but see, I'm still working, so I got to get this done. And it's good for 5 years, so I'll be retired when it's due for. But things are real scary now, real scary. But I still want to retire next year. I don't care what they say. Oh, thank you, Angela. I tried. I worked on this thing. I was like, I have got to figure this out. Where am I? I'm doing single crochets. But I don't think I'm going to do, and I don't even know. I hope I wrote down how to at least make these granny squares. As I kept, how did they do that? It's a really cute top. If you see it on Facebook or wherever, I don't know if I know I saw it on Facebook. I don't know if it pops up on YouTube, but it's a really, really cute top. I said, oh, that top was made for size 0 girls. It wasn't made for big girls like me. Next year, look at Applied Health. They are free online. Oh, it won't. I won't need it next year. It's good for 5 years. Oh, Renee saying hello to everybody. I just want to, but I have to renew my license next year. Yep, it's an even year. So next year would be my next renewal of my license. And I just found out we have to have fingerprints. Now, I did fingerprints years ago because my old job, we had to have multiple licenses in different states. So every state had their own policy. So Broward County has my driver's license. Has my fingerprints on file. I did fingerprints when I applied for a pediatric job. Boy, I'm glad I did not want that job. When I found out what the place was, I was like, no, ma'am. No, thank you. I do not deal with handicapped children. I had to take care of one. When I was in the Army, we had one child that was, I don't know what they the politically correct word is anyway. But he was a handful. So, and these children were on ventilators and stuff like that. Nope. No, I don't want to do that. But I had to get fingerprinted for that job. But I did not. I don't even know if they even offered it to me because when I found out what the place was, I was like, I have no interest. No ventilators for me. Let me see. You did say that, LL. It's hard to do fingerprints on me too. And my fingers, like now they're warm, which is real unusual. And I would have to go and I forgot what did I have to do? I think I had to warm my fingers up because they had such a hard time getting my fingerprints. So I need to get to work on that at the beginning of the year. I'm not worried about it right now. It's like what is all of this stuff? And I buy the generic brand of the Claritin D. I one day after the game, my friend and I, we were coming back from the game, and I was having the sneezing and all that, and she gave me Claritin D, and it just cleared me up so well. I was like, oh, I like this stuff, and so I've been taking Zyrtec, generic of the Zyrtec, and then after a while, it just wasn't helping. And so then I went to the store looking for the Claritin D, and I'm like, where is this stuff? I was in Costco looking for it. I was in Walmart. I couldn't find it. One day I went to pick up my prescription from Walmart, and I looked up, and it was behind the counter. And I was like, why is it behind the counter? Turns out, apparently, it's one of the drugs that people that make illegal drugs, they use it to make illegal drugs with. So when I told the girl I wanted to declare it, and she's like, well, do you want the generic or you want the, I said, I want the generic. I said, it's probably half the price. She's like, oh no, it's more than half the price. So I got that. And she's like, can I see your ID? I was like, what? So you have to show your ID to get this Claritin D, which is the craziest thing. And I think they run it. So I think if you like have a record or something, maybe you don't get it. I'm not sure. So I went, I went to Costco, I think with my daughter, and I went back there and I saw theirs. Now at Walmart it's $13 and something. They're generic, and it's only I think it's 15 pills. And at Costco it's $4 and something. So when again they wanted my ID, so I asked the guys like, "Why do you need my ID?" He's like, "Blame it on the meth makers." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, there's some component in there that they use." I was like, "Are you serious?" So if you looking for Claritin D, it's behind the counter. You got to show your ID to get it. Yes, and there is a limit because when I went back to get it again, he was like, "Well, it looks like you just got it. You have to wait." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, there's a certain amount that you can get." I was like, "This is the craziest thing." So I just ran out last night. So I guess I'm gonna have to wait a little while. Then I'll go and buy some more. It's the craziest thing. I remember when is it Seaton? I think it's Seaton. The medicine, I think that was the name of it. That was another one that they started locking up because the kids would buy it and get high off of it. I was like, "What? Craziness." Shrek and then fell and broke my wrist. So now I have 9 screws in 2 places and I cannot crochet right now. Oh, wow. You can only get enough for a month's supply. I know it's crazy because I have worse allergies in months, but they just don't. I know. I was really surprised. I don't think about stuff like that. But I wonder if that's in one of my courses because I think there's two marijuana ones that's on that list. I just did one on I can't remember the title of it, but it's about trans people and their health care and all of that. I was like, I was asking my daughter because she's well versed in the lingo and stuff, and I'm like, what in the world does that mean? I still don't understand it, but it was quite interesting information. I just don't think about, and it's really interesting now because they have there's some medicines that you can't take if you it's a whole other thing. Very interesting stuff. I can't stand taking these courses, but you learn something. You learn something every day. I just want to get through them. I just want to get through them because they drive me crazy. And I'm trying to remember. For some reason, I'm thinking this must be my first. Is this my first renewal? Yeah, it must be my first renewal because, yeah, it's got to be my first renewal because I would have remembered where I got. Oh, maybe it's not my first renewal because a lot of my credits I got from work, but because I'm overwhelmed, I just don't take the time to do the courses that they offer for free. And so I am really starting from zero because I think I had 10 credits when I bought this course. So, and you have to do 80. think we have either 60 or 80. Anyway, I got a long way to go. And I just can't stand that there's so many questions. They make you read that stuff. I don't want to read it. Give me 10 questions and be done with it. I'm driving. Was trying to use talk to text. It didn't quite work correctly. Oh, we got the gist of it. I'm looking to get a new vehicle. I'm just like, the sticker shock is still, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the cost of a vehicle. And I've been looking at every time I drive, because I want an SUV, because we have way too much rain. And I want something higher. My little baby car is too low to the ground. I don't even know why we. Yeah, I guess. But I want to. I used to have a Pathfinder before I got this car. I loved my Pathfinder, but the Pathfinders are so big now. It's much bigger than when I had it. At least it looks much bigger. I'm not sure. And then I did a test drive of the RAV4. I really didn't like. I didn't like. So now I saw the cutest Kia Sportage. And now I'm leaning towards that. I like the front end. They changed the front of the Sportage. And that's what caught my eye. I was like, ooh, I like that. So that might be it. And Costco has a auto program, and Sam's does too. I was like, I might have to join Sam's so I can see which, but my mom has an account, so I just want to see which one has the better price. And from what I can tell, I don't know. I don't know how, the dealers, they put up those, I always call them fake prices, because that's how they get you in. Before you know it, it added $10,000 more to it. I learned to crochet. Oh, where is it? Oh, you're doing good, Rachel. It doesn't work for me at all. I learned to crochet blankets a long time ago. I tried starting again. I was making a Shrek when I thought, oh, okay. Yeah, that's how they get you, Brianna. Yep, that's exactly how they get you. Give you those fake prices. And when I bought my last car, I went through the credit union, but the credit union is like, not respond. I don't know. Things have changed so much. So much. But I think I'm going to probably end up going through Costco to try to save a few coins. I tell you, I do not like going to dealers. I can't stand. I feel like they're just vultures. And the one dealership that I went to, when you pull up to the dealership, they have a whole bunch of the salesmen. They just standing outside waiting to pounce on you. Can I help you? Can I help you? No, I'm going to see such and such. So, and I was really disappointed because he really didn't sell that. I think the Toyota guy thinks that because it's Toyota. He really doesn't have to sell the car. But he didn't sell it at all to me. And so I was like, I feel like if you want to make a sale, you really need to sell that vehicle. You need to tell me all of the bells and whistles. You need to tell me stuff you think I might want to know about it. But no. So I was not impressed by the vehicle at all. So when I was starting to search for the Sportage, when I saw it, I saw a lady, I had to return something at Amazon at the Whole Foods, and a lady came in the Sportage, they have this beautiful gray color that I love. Every time I see one of them, I just love that gray color. So the lady pulls up, she backs her little car in, and she gets out, and she's focused on whatever she's getting ready to do. And I was leaving, and I said, excuse me. She turns around and says, do you like your car? She just had this huge smile on her face. Yes, I love my car. I was like, all right. So that might be mine, but I love the front end. They changed that front end. I just love how it looks. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. I hate lazy salesmen. At least the pushy ones can tell you fact. I know. Yes, they are very much a thing. And that when I was doing the search for them, because all of the cars, something goes on with all of the cars, some recalls and all kinds of stuff. So when I was doing, because I didn't know like the letters, the X, LX, SX, and all that stuff. I didn't know what one was different from the other one. So I had to go look that up so I'll at least know what I'm looking for. And so when I was looking at it, it had a video that you could watch and told you all about the car. And I clicked on that video, and first the guy was saying Sportage. He kept saying Sportage. By the end of the video, he was saying Sportage. I was like, so what's it called? What is it? So in their language, they say Sportage, and in English, we say Sportage. What is it? But anyway, and they have great, at least according to the video now, because they got to sell their vehicles, but they've improved their safety. And person I talked to that has a Kia, they said they have really good safety parts to it or whatever. And it was such a thorough video that I really liked. The only thing it didn't talk about was the sound system. That's what I really want to know. I feel if you're going to be in a car for a long time, you got to have some good sound system. My car had Bose throughout. I think I had 7 speakers or something like that. And the front ones finally went out. So I only have the back speakers now that work. And then I had to learn how to move it from the front to the back. I tell you, my car has it has that screen on it. It tells you like the car, you can see the wheels, and it's got all that. And I'm like, what is that for? No one's ever told me what it's for. I never even asked because I always forget about it because I have a hybrid. I really do not want another hybrid. So, but I really want to go and test drive it, but I don't want to test drive it now because the 2026 just came roll off the assembly line. So of course the prices are much higher. So I want to wait until December when they start having their holiday sales. But I really, really do like the Sportage. And it's, I want, I need the SUV because it rains a lot. And I don't want to get drowned out in my little car in some big puddle. And because I'm trying to garden more, I need more room to put my stuff in. And just going to the grocery store in general. Like if I have more than just me and my daughter, if somebody else is with us, I can forget that if I was going to do a real grocery shopping. Are you still going to be able to get new Kia parts since 47 arrested all of those? No, that wasn't Kia. That was Hyundai. So that's idiocy, You just screwing people that are in Georgia. They were there to teach these people how to make the cars. Stupid stuff. As I just say, people sitting back just watching our freedoms being taken away every single day since January 21st, January 20th. Every single day. No, it's just like Toyota is Toyota, Kia is Kia, Hyundai is Hyundai, Honda is Honda. No, I don't think they're. I think they're absolutely separates. I could be wrong. But I don't know. Yes, we'll still be able to get parts. and and they'll have to get parts anyway because I'm sure even the American cars parts aren't in America anymore, especially with all of the technology they have in vehicles now. We weren't the inventor of all that stuff. We're too busy trying to bring coal back. Hmm. Anywho, don't get me started. Ooh, don't get me started. Mm-mm-mm. Where's my other thing? I guess they're in there. But I did Medusa. I did characters my daughter knows about. I looked in that book. I like the book, but I tried to do. It's a lion character. It looks nothing like the way she did it. I did the head. I did the muzzle, and I looked at it. I was like, this looks nothing like her picture. I don't know what I did wrong. And I just kept going. I made all the little body parts. I made the horns. I made the I stopped. I didn't finish the tail because once I put the head and the horn on and I looked at it, then I said, well, let me put the mane on it and maybe it'll look better. And I started putting the mane on it. And I kept looking at it, it's like something isn't right about this. Now I can't remember what the thing is called. But as I was going through the book, there's another critter in there that is part lion. It's got three different things. It's a lion head and another animal and another animal. I can't remember what it was. And I realized that the pictures are close-ups, really close up, because when you finish the thing, it's much smaller than what you look at when you're looking at the book. But I don't know how I messed up that lion thing. I might try it again. I don't know. It just looks weird because it looks more like a dog than a lion. The snout, it has more of a snout to it than just a muzzle. I don't know. I'll worry about that some other day. Anywho, I've been out here. Let me get what time it. Oh, it's after 8. Yeah, I need to put my collard greens on, so they'll be cooked by the time I'm ready to go to sleep. I remember my aunt. I love my aunt. God rest her soul. I went to see her. She lived in Georgia, and she cooked collard greens, and they were like finished like in an hour or something like that. And I said to her, I said, "Those things aren't finished." She said, "Yeah, they are." I was like, "My mama, she cooks those greens for hours." She's like, "That's because you all got that, you don't get that cold weather to make the collards tender." So that's why it takes longer to cook. I was like, "Oh, okay." I had collards for lunch. I'm gonna have collards for lunch and dinner and breakfast probably. Love me some collard greens. Don't care too much for turnips. Mustard, okay, but collards I prefer. And I was really surprised. They were only $1.97 at Wally World, a bunch. The bunches aren't as big as they used to be, but still, $1.97 was pretty doggone cheap. I'm like, did somebody bop somebody in the head when they put that price on? So much work. Next week they'll be $2.97. No, nothing. The price of food is like the price of gas from day to day. You never know what it's going to be. Well, I got half of it done. I think that's half. I don't think I like those, but I'm not going to. Oh no, a third of it is done. I have to put mustard and turnips together. Mustard and spinach are good. My grandmother used to do collards and cabbage. But if you do mustard and spinach, you have to cook those mustards first and then put the spinach in there because spinach wilts real fast. Collards and cabbage, I think I've had before, but I've never had mustard and spinach. I didn't realize how dirty mustard greens were until my mom, my daddy grew some one year. And so it's like, you got to clean those things. And they were so dirty. I was like, oh my God. If I had not seen that, I would have never known. Never known. But no, I'm gonna stick with the collards. Collards are dirty too, but they're not as dirty as those. And sometimes you can get lucky and not have really gritty, dirty collard greens. But I put salt on mine just in case there's little bugs and stuff. Get all that stuff off. Somebody posted on I'm in a Costco group. Somebody posted they had little worms in their fish. And everybody's like, ew. And then everybody was saying, that's not normal. That's not abnormal. You know, we all have worms. He said, that's why you freeze it first. He said, that's why I don't eat sushi. All these things were going on. I was cracking up. And somebody said, okay, I appreciate all your response from all you, let me see. What is it? Niall, the science guy. What is it? What is his name? I think it's O'Neill, the science guy. I can't remember, but I was just cracking up. I've never ever, and now I don't even want to, now everything that I get is going to get thrown into the freezer. I don't even want to see that. But there were all the people. One lady's like, "Oh, I go fishing. That's normal. There's nothing wrong. You just don't see it because most of the time when you buy fish, it's already frozen, so you never see it. You just happen to buy something that was fresh." I was like, "Oh my God." I never, ever, that's the first time in my entire life. I have to ask my daddy about that because he fished all the time. Yes, Nye. That's his name. Bill Nye. That's his name. Bill Nye. The science. I knew I couldn't remember his name. Neil deGrasse is the astrophysicist. I think that's what his title is. But Bill Nye, yeah, I think I used to watch him. Anywho, I'm gonna get off of here and leave this here so I can go work on my bat out there. Yes, I'm gonna have to go watch me some Bill Nye the Science Guy, but I gotta watch my crime shows first. All right, thank you all for joining me, and I hope you all have a good rest of your night. And I'll do my whatnot sale on Friday night. And when are you doing your sale again, Melanie? Rachel, go check out her whatnot shop. You might find a cute little doll or two that you like. You might find what you're looking for. He's 69-year-old. I thought he was old. Oh wow. I always thought he was, yeah. Oh, next Saturday. Okay. All right. Good night to you as well, Rachel. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a good rest of your night. And until my next video or my next live, everybody stay safe. Keep crocheting. Bye-bye.